What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the 26th of June. It's Monday, bright and early, taking a look at the markets. See what's going on here with the crypto bubbles in the last hour, day, week, and month. Looks like in the last hour, TRX is up 1.7, WOO 1.5, XRD 1.9, VeChain 1.6. Guys, we're going to take a look at Casper today, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Welcome to the channel, all of the new subscribers. Appreciate all 2,200 or so subscribers. Looks like NEAR in the last week is up 7, APE up 5 in the last day. Looks like in the last week, Pepe and Bitcoin Cash have taken the top tiers there. Very interesting. Guys, let's jump into the charts. We're on a daily chart, Casper / the Tether / Tether USDT. Casper consolidating for a while here. So far, support is holding at the 395, the 0395 level. Bumping our head up here. The price is that at the 415. So we're essentially range bound between 395 and 415. That is a roughly like a 5% range. Now, if we take a look back here on the charts after a sell-off, let's look at this time frame right in here. So that goes back basically October to the end of the year. So we have a pretty decent sell-off here. Basically made a nice move to a nice sell-off, rallied up to the 310, 313, and then essentially went sideways for a while. So let's call it, give or take, right in here. So that was basically a 56-day sideways market before actually breaking out of that zone around that 310, 318 level and moving higher. So let's see what's going on in recent price action. Decent sell-off here after a nice move higher, and essentially call it like this candle here. Been moving sideways for only like 16, 17 days. So we could have a decent amount of sideways action. If we did that 50 plus days, I mean, that puts us out into, it's got to be the, call it the early August. So we have a whole nother month essentially before potentially this price could start to move. So we could see some choppy action here and sideways trading. We saw it once before after a major sell-off, and no reason why we couldn't see it again. Now, Bitcoin is actually holding up quite well. Take a sip of my coffee real quick. Holding up quite well. The pullback, we take a look at Bitcoin, BTC here. So Bitcoin has had a very nice rally, and it's finding support at the 30K levels. So we have a bunch here. We have 234, 186, 141, 143. It's essentially finding support at the top, at those, basically those top three. So we'll see how long this goes before a next leg higher and another breakout. So for Bitcoin to trade sideways and, you know, essentially be quiet here, probably not going to help the rest of the market move back to the upside. Bitcoin starts to move higher. Casper should do as well. But Bitcoin has made a massive move, so a slight pause here, you know, is pretty normal trading and price action. So that's pretty much my thoughts here on Casper. Not much has changed, but I wanted to give you guys an update. If Bitcoin starts to sell off hard, the rest of the markets, the stock markets and all that look pretty heavy right now. They're not quite done their pullback. There's always that possibility, though, that we could break, 395, start to take out some lows here and head into that 370 range. If Bitcoin's holding support right now, but let's say that support starts to break and we're getting a pullback, well, there's a good chance we'll see 370 for Casper. I mean, it's not too far down from where we're currently trading. If we take our 395 support and then go down to our 370, you're looking at like a 6.45%. So what's the takeaway here? There's a good chance we're just going to see a sideways, range-bound, choppy Casper for a while. Now, if we repeat, one scenario that we saw in the past, that could put us out all of July just being choppy right into the early August time frame. We're only 16 days into this, and the last time it was like roughly 50, 55, 56 days. That's a possibility. Bitcoin starts to rally from here and break out into some new highs. Well, there's a good chance that we won't go out that far into August, and we'll start to rally into higher prices. The next real area of resistance for Casper is up here at 466, at least the way I'm looking at the chart. Below the market, there's decent support. We didn't even get there this last pullback. There's decent support at that, basically 370, 65, 63, 61, all within this range. So that would be the flip side of the coin. If Bitcoin does very poorly and pulls back, then we're going to see Casper more than likely not rally and follow suit and pull back. And I think that is the major area of support. So far, though, it seems like it's found its footing for a little while. And it could just be a repeat, like I said, of this time frame back in here, which was, call it November to January of 2023. And that was definitely many weeks, and we're only about 2 weeks into this recent pullback. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens. I think one of these days, when the Ripple SEC lawsuit is behind us, I think it's going to stir up the markets. Whether that's to the upside or to the downside, I don't have inside information. It would be nice if it was positive news for the markets, but who knows? If XRP, let's say it's positive news, XRP breaks out to the upside, there's a good chance that could be positive news overall for the market. Bitcoin does well, therefore Casper would do well. Just my thoughts there. So, all right, guys, pretty much going to wrap it up. Not too much to say here. It would basically been sideways, and we could see another couple weeks of a sideways range-bound market. And whether we break higher or whether we break lower kind of depends on what Bitcoin does. And so far, it's holding up well. But as we know, things can change quite quickly. Hope you all had a good weekend. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you're a new subscriber, go ahead and introduce yourself down in the comments. Say what's up, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, see you in another video.